We've got this system in place. We've got the traffic coming in from referrals. We've got the event that nurtures the ideal clients. So they see you as a go-to expert. We're now having conversations. They're booking appointments. They're enrolling into our high ticket program. How do we now just scale this?
Welcome to 7 to 8, our special series on 7 and 8 figure speakers. In this interview series, some of the hottest speakers in the industry who've made over 7 figures in a year or less will uncover their twists and turns in their adventures, helping you to avoid the potholes and stick to the fast track. Welcome now to center stage, our next guest speaker. Hey there, peeps. This is Michelle Nedelec, and I am super glad that you're here with us today because I am here with my most amazing guest, Liam. Liam, thank you so much for being here today.
Michelle, thanks very much for inviting me along.
I am super stoked to have you. I love interviewing the Globetrotters because usually you guys have such a awesome take on the world, and it's fascinating to me. So give everybody kind of the 5,000-foot view of who you are and what you love to do.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Australian. I'm currently living in Sweden. Well, I'm currently in Sweden, I should say. My partner's Swedish, but I'm living in Malta most of the time. So if someone doesn't know where that is, it's just under the boot of Italy. So right at the very south of Italy. It's the Mediterranean. It's really warm most of the year, which I love. It's summer at the moment, so we're over in Sweden for a wedding. Most of our clients are in the US or US time zone, Canada, as well as Australia, Europe as well. So got an online business. That's really why we started the business. My partner, being from another country, another continent, how are we going to make this relationship work? We wanted to both be around our family and friends. An online income, right, was the goal. So we started creating virtual events, both summits and workshops. So workshops being a really quick win, 90-minute, 1 week to set up, whereas a summit being a multi-day, multi-speaker type of a conference. And we built our audience up to over 100,000 people within 18 months of starting the business in 2015. We had lots of people asking us, how do you generate so much leads and authority via these events? Can you share a little bit of open up the hood, if you like, and reveal what you guys are doing? And so now we've been teaching people this virtual event strategy to generate leads, but build authority with those leads to more easily sell your courses and programs. Since 2018, we've been doing that through our courses. So we've got online courses teaching virtual events that sell, as well as how to create these high ticket offers that are scalable and highly profitable. And now we do have a group coaching program as well. We've got hundreds of clients, thousands of customers, and yeah, we can run this business from anywhere in the world.
That's awesome. And you would have to, having clients in those time zones, you'd be working 24 hours if you didn't. So that's awesome. And talk to me about kind of how you guys operate. So when somebody's working with you, kind of, do they have to have an audience already? Are they just starting from scratch usually? How does that usually go down?
Yeah. So wherever you're at, on the spectrum of business, starting out from scratch with no market, no experience, even in that niche or in that industry, there's certain events that will launch you, catapult you to an authority within that market. So those leads that are coming in are seeing you as someone that they want to work with, which is great. And then if you're further along, whether you're doing 10, 20, 40, 80K months, in your business, there's certain events, again, that can just establish yourself more as an authority in front of new audiences to more easily just build clients and generate that income for yourself. And one thing I just want to mention about this as well is that we were running events, all the time back in the early years, 2015, 2016, and we only ever made revenue if we were running an event. So we'd run an event, we get a spike in income, we get this big payday, great, all right, the next few weeks it will just completely drop off, and we're wondering, all right, well, when's that next paycheck, or when's that next income going to come from? Where's that next client going to come from? And so we had to launch a new event all the time, and that does get quite tiring, quite exhausting. You mentioned working 24/7 if you've got all these clients, and a big part of Sarah and my business now, Sarah being my partner, is creating a more automated business, so you can create a predictable income for yourself, and the freedom that provides: freedom, location freedom, being an online business, financial freedom, time freedom as well. Predictable income freedom being the name of our coaching program. So when we run these events, we want to run them ideally profitably. They generate leads, they build authority, they get clients off the back end. If it works really well that first time, let's automate it, let's repackage it, and let's sell it every single day, every single week into the future, so that we can have that consistent flow of leads and clients coming through our funnel and into our business.
Cool. So talk to me about that, because I have so many people that go, oh yeah, I just want to have the dream life where I'm going to record a bunch of videos, I'm going to put them online, and we're going to sell them.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
that's yeah, and that's essentially the idea, right? Like, we started off thinking we had to show up live all the time and record new content all the time. But if you've got a big enough audience, big enough market, looking at the market size of the people that you're trying to support and help, then perhaps it's like there's enough of a business for you to create multiple six-figure or $1 million business via just reaching out to new people on a consistent basis. So that's essentially what we've done with our, we've got 15 summits as an example that are all evergreen. You can go and get access to that content on demand whenever you need that information. Whenever you have a struggle or a real problem in your business and you need results now or a change now, you can go and get it immediately, right? Same with our workshops. We've got a couple of dozen workshops out there. Again, you can just go access them on demand, which means we're generating leads for our business on a daily basis. It's generating sales. People are booking appointments through our funnel and turning into clients. And then we're working with clients on a rolling basis, so people can enroll and get their support whenever they need it. They don't have to necessarily wait till the next enrollment period to join us. So we are creating these videos. We're doing it once, we're doing it live, we're teaching live, whether it's a workshop, a summit, a seminar, a boot camp, a challenge. We're putting it on autopilot and we're giving access to people to get these results whenever they need.
Nice. I love it. So give me an example of a Cinderella story of one of your clients.
Yeah, sure. So this person, Carl, he came to me in 2016, 17. He was struggling to get any traction with his business. It was Migraine Pal, just trying to help support people who are suffering from migraines with this app, this web app. And it was just really tough getting any kind of traction, any kind of leads or audience. And so I suggested to him, like, we're having some great results with this summit model in particular. And I thought that would work really well for him. So I talked him through the numbers, the conversion rates, and how we did it. And he decided, yep, this sounds like something I should try. He tested it out. It worked really well for him in terms of, like, it generated a significant amount of revenue into his business, traction, leads coming in, as well as just the impact. He wanted to support and help people, right? People suffering from migraines like he was. Fast track to today, he's now got over 100,000 people on his database, 100,000 leads coming into his business, and helping to support those people suffering from migraines all over the world, getting experts in to help them live better lives, which I think is just, it is that Cinderella story, because not every one of our clients wants 100,000 leads. Certainly many of our clients are happy with 1,000 leads, right? 1,000 leads that convert at 1%. They get 10 new clients paying them $10,000. They've got a six-figure business and they're happy with that. So if you're looking for that Cinderella story, I think Carl, his Migraine World Summit, you want to go check that out. It's certainly getting bigger and bigger every single year.
Nice. I love that. So what are some of the mistakes that people typically make when they're kind of trying to go online?
Well, big mistake that I learned and that I see when I'm speaking with our new prospects or clients, I'm speaking with them every day, is that they don't have highly scalable, highly profitable offer. And what I mean by that is a high ticket offer, something typically in the 10K plus range. We design offers for our clients. It might be 10K, 25K, 40K, even 100K. That person was targeting corporate clients. But we want a highly scalable offer, which means we can take on 10 clients, 20 clients, 100 clients, 200 clients without us actually having to take up more of our time or resources. And then highly profitable, meaning 60, 70, 80% profit margins on that program. We didn't have that high ticket offer when we first launched our very first event. We had 15,000 people. 15,000 leads coming into our business for this one event in the space of 3 weeks, right? And we had a $97 offer. It was like the ticket. It was like the VIP pass to our event. We sold 500 of them. We made 50,000 American dollars, which was about 70,000 Australian at the time, which was, you know, an amazing amount just to kickstart a brand new business, which is why this model works really well for people that may be just starting out. But we would have made easily multi-six figures, maybe even $1 million off the back of this if we did have a high ticket offer to offer those 15,000 people who were looking for an answer. You know, they were looking for a solution, and we had a $97 solution for them via the summit, but we didn't have any other high price programs. So we left a lot of money on the table. So I think that if you're creating this online business for yourself and you are looking at, well, how do I get to 6 figures so I can really have deep work and impact with the clients that I work with? Maybe you only need 10 clients paying you 10K, right? 10 clients work with throughout the year, really make a difference in their life. And then you can start scaling, reinvesting that money into different price programs and scaling your business and making more of an impact. Like most of our clients are mission driven, they're passionate, they want to make an impact on the world, they want to get their message out there. And so typically that's where we start. We want to start with that high ticket offer and then reverse engineer the type of event that will attract people and clients for that high ticket.
Nice. And you mentioned that one of your clients was going after corporate, and I read from that there's a difference in the offers that you have depending on who your clientele is and who you're serving. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. So I talked about Carl, who is in the migraine space, right? Like mental health, well, not maybe mental health, but like definitely health. One of our other colleagues, she, Sarah, she helps people with their mind, body, spirit type of audience. And she'd gone from the finance world where she was making a good 6-figure income. She was doing really successful there, but it wasn't her passion. So she wanted to move across to this business, helping people get in touch with nature, with plants and herbalism. And she came through our program. And first of all, it was just like our $2,000 course. She ran her first event, was super successful. She built a big tribe of loyal followers who were just like her and were passionate about, plants and herbalism and making a difference in the world. And from that, she joined our high ticket program and has now scaled her business into the 6-figure mark just in her passion, which I think is really, really crucial that wherever you are, whatever market, niche, industry you want to go into, I think it's important that you do have an interest in the topic and that passion does show, because you're going to be on video, you're going to be running these events, you want to build your authority so people are more likely to actually become a client and decide to work with you.
Nice. Is there any industries that you've found are more prone for success, that are better positioned?
Yeah, absolutely. So people who have a real drive behind what they do, so mission driven type of businesses, or that have a really strong cause that can attract a following, a passionate following who believe in that mission or believe in what the result that we're trying to work towards. An example of this may be like Tesla, for instance. Like Tesla's out there, they're one of the big, I think they're the highest valued automotive company in the world, right? In the space of a short few years. And why is that? Because they've tapped into people who are green, right? They're environmentalists. They want to make a difference in the world. And the big bad oil companies over here on the other side are all the other automotive companies kind of supporting. So when you do have a cause, a mission, we see these events almost going viral. We have people attending these events and they're telling their friends, colleagues, family, they're telling everyone because they're so passionate about this cause, this mission that this community is getting behind and driving towards. And those events just really attract a lot of people, but also the engagement levels within those events are quite passionate, and those people want to be part of that type of movement or that type of community. So they do move into your memberships, your courses, and your programs that you offer off the back of it. So, and that's really crucial to make sure that these events are maximizing the return on investment, maximizing the profit and the revenue bringing in.
Right. So when you're working with somebody, do you help them to kind of figure out how to, like, what's the best driver for their program and how to kind of message it and bring it out to the public?
Yeah, definitely. Like there's plenty of events out there, and it's easy now to set up a virtual event, run one of these online conferences or workshops, which are the two typically that we focus in on. Most people have a camera now attached to their computer, and definitely their phone, microphone, right, to have conversations online or over the phone, right? We've got all the tools, the equipment to be able to run these virtual events now, internet connection, and you're good to go, essentially. So what makes the difference between just an average event and a great event? Really, it's the topic and the promise of a result. So what is that promise of the event? How do we come up with that? What is it that people most want? How are we going to get the maximum amount of conversions from that event? We need to reverse engineer that from the high ticket offer. So looking at the high ticket offer, doing some homework, really, some foundational work, really understanding who our ideal clients are, what motivates them, what their biggest struggles, pain points are, what their biggest desires are, like what kind of results they ultimately want to achieve. And we reverse engineer to come up with that topic for the workshop or the summit to attract those ideal clients that are willing and able to pay your 10, 20K offer and want to get those kind of results. There's a big enough need and desire to get that. So we reverse engineer to come up with that topic. And that's probably the most difficult thing, because there is a lot of homework that needs to be done off the front of that. And that's certainly something that we help clients with when they first come in to our program. It's really, well, how do we blueprint your high ticket program? How do we come up with the name of it, the kind of stages, the results we're going to deliver, how we're going to actually deliver the program itself, what people should be investing to get access to this, how long it should be, like all those answers we can do really in a 1 week period with a client, typically over a couple of conversations. Then we've got this blueprint for this high ticket offer, 10K plus type of offer that's scalable, that's not taking up much of your time or resources, it's getting results for your clients. We've blueprinted out this high ticket offer, and now we've got this idea, the concept, this framework. Now we want to move and actually take it to market and start getting feedback from our ideal clients that we've identified in that first stage. And the second stage is let's talk with some of these ideal clients and get their feedback on the program, so that they're telling us, well, what do they love about the program? What do they not like so much? So we know exactly what we can focus in on our promotions and what we can remove from our promotions. If they were to invest in a program like this, what would they need to see? What is a must-have for them? What kind of results would they expect? What kind of experience would they expect? How much would they value these breakthroughs that we're providing for them? And because there absolutely can be multiple breakthroughs in a high-ticket program, How do they value that? Were they willing to invest to get those kind of results? That's really stage 2. And from those conversations, we should be able to get our first 3 clients paying us 10K, so 30K from those initial 2 dozen conversations. And we've got templates and scripts for all of this. We've done this for hundreds of clients. So we typically know what kind of package we can present to them. We get about 80% of the way there with that first stage. And then once we're having those conversations, they're helping us to just tweak and improve that high ticket offer to make it an irresistible offer, right? We're getting that feedback from the ideal clients, telling us what exactly they want. And then we're selling it to them. And that's how we get those first 3 clients. And that's the foundation for the business. And then post that, stages like 3, 4, 5, 6 is building your authority with the virtual event, generating leads like via referrals from speakers, sponsors, media, affiliates, and ambassadors. The next is actually taking those referrals and adding them to your database as leads, nurturing them, giving them the experience so that they know, like, and trust you. 6, you're having a conversation about what it might be like to work together and enrolling them as a client. So we're building a sales system really at that stage 6. And the 7th stage is, well, how do we automate all of this now? We've got this system in place. We've got the traffic coming in from referrals. We've got the event that nurtures the ideal clients. So they see you as a go-to expert. We're now having conversations. They're booking appointments. They're enrolling into our high ticket program. How do we now just scale this, automate it with tools, software, as well as team?
Wow, that is a robust program that goes through kind of everything. That's
Yeah, it's everything to really build an online business. This is something that you can use to scale to 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures if you want. But it's the whole program that allows you to automate if you want and completely step out of the business with those systems and team that you've set up.
I love it. So I know our listeners are going to want more from you. How did they start their journey with you?
Yeah, sure. Go to entrepreneurshq.com. That's our main umbrella brand for all of the events that we run, as well as our predictable income freedom program. And there's some free checklists and downloads on there as well. If you're interested in doing a workshop, you can go to quickworkshopwin.com and get access to an actual checklist plus some video training on how to run one of these 90-minute workshops in the next week to generate clients for yourself. So that's at quickworkshopwin.com. And if you're interested in a summit, go to virtualsummitclass.com. And there's a free training on there that shows you exactly how we made $50,000 from our first ever virtual summit.
Wow, that is awesome. And of course, peeps, go into the show notes, you'll find all of Liam's links there. Absolutely. Awesome. So I have to ask you, Liam, at what point in life did you know that you were a special kind of crazy enough to think that you could become an entrepreneur?
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know if I thought myself as a special or crazy. Definitely, I've realized, I suppose I am. But what inspired me was back in the year 2000, I was working for a startup. It was in the online dating niche. So this is way before Tinder, right? Decades before Tinder. It was the year 2000. It wasn't necessarily cool to be dating online. Like, you should just be meeting someone on the street, right? And
Much cooler that way.
yeah, it's cooler. And I was working in the background, and I was just seeing like people matching, getting married. Like, the founders of this startup were getting invited to weddings, and were getting these like deliveries to the office, just thanking us for introducing them to their life partner. And we were powering like some of the biggest websites in the world, their dating technology. So think MSN, so Microsoft, as well as Yahoo, and a lot of others worldwide. This is a startup out of Sydney. And I was just seeing the impact the online world was having, the amount of money people were paying to be connected, to have relationships that could be facilitated via technology. And I just knew that I wanted to be part of this online world and create some kind of online business through that. That company went on to sell to Match.com for 28 million back in 2004. I didn't get any share of that, unfortunately. I was just a measly employee. But I got more than money. I got the inspiration to go out there and make an impact in the world. And I knew to make an impact in the world, the online medium was the place to do it, because you could scale to infinity. You could reach anybody. There was no limits. So the way that I've been able to do it with my partner Sarah is via these virtual events. We can scale it to an unlimited amount of people without it costing us much more money. So if you feel like you've got a desire to impact more people, reach more people, build a bigger audience, like generate leads, right? Like I've built over 100,000 people in 18 months, as well as like for my clients, I've done that too. If you want more leads, like certainly consider looking at everything that I've talked to today, and definitely virtual events to build your authority, generate those leads to just sell more and make more of an impact.
I love it. Liam, you've been absolutely fabulous. Thank you. And I appreciate your time. I know how valuable it is. Any last words for our peeps?
Oh, wow. I think I summed it all up there, Michelle.
I think
yeah, but yeah, this is something I'm passionate about. Once you do your first event, if you're a little bit shy on camera, you're not really sure about it, start with a workshop. You're going to go and grab that workshop checklist I mentioned earlier. The links are in the show notes. So grab that and start just with a small event. It's okay if you've got like 3, 4, 5 people showing up, because you record it. If you're happy with it, right? It's recorded. Now you repackage it and you sell it every single day, week, month, year into the future. Or you can just re-record that presentation and training and just keep promoting it, keep selling it. And now you've got your first digital product that you can go out there and sell and make money while you sleep. Like that's, I know it kind of sounds crazy, but being from Sydney, Australia, when we launched this business, like most of our clients being in the US, most of our money was made while we were sleeping, right? Because the US was
really
awake at that time. Yeah, so it was actually difficult to sleep because we're seeing those notifications coming in all the time.
And the ching, ching, ching.
Ching. That's it. Yeah, you got to make business fun sometimes and reward yourself with just those little quick wins, which may be just the fun little signal of a new client or customer coming in, which means, you're making a bigger impact in the world.
Of course. Awesome. Thank you for your time, Liam. You've been awesome.
Cheers, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Peeps, this is Michelle Nedelec. Thank you for being here with us today. Be sure to subscribe to the show and join our Facebook group, Business Ownership Secrets to Scaling. We love connecting with you and helping you grow. Thank you for listening to 7 to 8. If you're interested in upping your speaking game, be sure to connect with our guests with the links in the show notes, and connect with me to see how we can help you get your tech done for you and help your speaking dreams come true.